What's up, everybody? Welcome in. A-Rec here, coming in hot. Today we're doing some flight sim economy, and we're going to be heading from an airport in the Solomon Islands called Auki Auki, and we'll be arriving at an airport also in the Solomon Islands called Maringe, Fera. And in game, we'll make about 1,600 bucks, and it's about 75 nautical miles. We're located in an area of grass strip, and it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. And we'll be taking off. Pretty much jumping from one island to another. So really excited to get this going. All right, so let's get started with setting up our aircraft. It's always the most important part, is doing our checklists. So we do have our head tracker on, and it's just a regular old head tracker. It's free. Good to be back in the cockpit again. It's been a minute. Let's get our beacon on. Turn on our fuel pump. Get our mixture going. Advance the throttle 1/4 inch. Alright, wait for that tire test to come up. Beautiful day today. Altimeter is 29.71. Okay. Right, left mag, both all. Let's go ahead and start up. Bring it up to 1,000 RPM. All right, let's go flip on our avionics, and we'll just turn on our landing drove a nav, why not? It's fine. Let's go ahead and turn on this. Okay, so we've got our GPS, AGGA. And we're doing a little hop to the other island over there. Okay, we got our GPS set. Wind data set up here. Transponder code is 4233. We have our distance set up, nautical miles, so a 290 bearing. Okay. Alright, so that's all checked. I'm gonna go ahead and start our flight sim economy flight. This just takes a quick click, start flight. Okay, our flight is started. I'm gonna put our altitude, I think, in our flight plan. I have us going to 10,000 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up our altitude. Go to 10,000. We'll do our vertical speed. Let's do slow and steady. We'll start with we'll do 600. That's fine. You can see how it brings up the purple line. So if I were to go down, it'll bring it down lower. If I bring it high, it'll bring it higher. We'll keep it at 600 for now. Our rotate speed's going to be 55. We want to climb at 62, 68, and then 74. Yeah. All right. That's all set. Let's make sure our flight controls are working. Flight controls look good. Alright, let's take our parking brake off. Let's deploy 10 degrees flaps. Got some water behind us. Passengers, you guys okay? We have none. Well, we can't see them. We have one A-list celebrity and their pet is who we have. So we have lower density. We're at sea level, so we should have no problem gaining airspeed on the ground. I'm sorry, airspeed coming alive. Rotating should be good to go in all respects. Okay, let's go ahead and get her airborne. The strip is enough runway for a full start. We don't need to have a running start. So here we go. Airspeed's alive. Rotate. Okay, we're 74 knots. Take off. There's 280 feet. There's 300 feet. Flaps up. Usually it's the 400, but that's okay. And we'll put our autopilot on. That's cool. Kind of see behind us a little bit. Barely see the airstrip over there on the right, where we took off. Barely see it. Over here, edge and land. So, we're on our steady climb. We have 2,550 RPMs. Oil pressure's good, oil temperature good, EGT, vacuum, fuel quantity, good, I'll check. Okay. We can actually increase our climb to 1,000. Climb a little faster. And we are now going to be getting on course. Be over the water there. So, yaw damper. No. Okay, very good. So we are a little under our V speed. We want to, again, we're going to pitch down. Already climbing too fast, losing airspeed. That's not good. So we're going to go to 500. Now, when we hit 3,000 feet, we're going to have to lean out the mixture. The air gets thinner the higher you go, and you don't need to feed the mixture of fuel so heavily. There can be less fuel. Or, I'm sorry, less mixture of fuel and oxygen. So, doing good. Got a steady climb out, 500 feet per minute. We are leaving Auki Auki background. Let's go outside of the light. Again, we need to pitch down a little bit. And I think it's because we have a crosswind, somewhat of a crosswind, not much. But it's almost like I'm not getting a ton of power. Maybe I need to lean the mixture a little bit. No. Yes. Okay. Got a little bit more out of that. And we're climbing to 10,000 feet. Oh, that's nice. You can see some other mountains off in the distance there. And that's probably the island we're headed to. Maybe like over there on the coast of it. So we've got some good airspeed. I'm going to bring it up to 500 again. Let's go to 600. For every 100 feet, I feel like I drop about 4 to 5 knots in airspeed, but right then I just switched it up 200 feet, and my airspeed's maintaining very well. It looks like I have more power since I leaned out my mixture, and it could be because the pressure's lower. Okay, we're 3,000. I'm going to lean it out a little more. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to 800. 800 feet per minute, vertical speed. Just don't want to use too much fuel. So if I can get up to 10,000, that'd be great. almost like I need to keep the airspeed a certain amount, but that's still good. Bring it down to 500 again. You can actually see the contours on the surface of the ocean. It's really nice. Oh, it says we're in the air. I might want to read an excerpt from this book that I have called... Oh, hold on a second, let me lock this in place. While we're climbing. Put that up. This down. Okay. It is called "72 Lessons from the Sky, Cessna 172 Stories" by Fletcher McKenzie. So I've read a couple of these when I first started back in July. What is that? I just found a check for $10. In the book. For some reason. I must have felt okay. Okay. That's funny. Okay. What have we done already? Yes, that's right. So I think we've read the story about Get There-itis. Yeah, we did Get There-itis, and we did fuel exhaustion caused by inaccurate planning. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to the next one, and that is Something to Watch. And that's on page 11. These aren't very long stories, but they are nice. Teach lessons about flying. Okay, where's page 11? Something to Watch. Here we go. Okay. Huh. They're not labeled. Oh, 1211. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and turn down. Well, let's see. Let's get the music turned down just a little bit. Okay. Alright. Alright, this story is called Something to Watch. It's a page and a half long. And again, this book is called 72 Lessons from the Sky, Cessna 172 Stories by Fletcher McKenzie. I got it off Amazon. Very nice book. We'll read the story and we'll make sure we're watching our altitude at the same time. Okay, so it says, I was off on a short flight with a friend from Cambridge, Hobart's Georgia hub, across to Bruny Island to have a look at some oyster farms. The day was clear, if a little cold, and glorious for flying. All went smoothly as we tracked south of the city of Hobart, my passenger enjoying the view after getting over a slight case of nerves. Seeing your own city from a Cessna 172 is always fun. We landed on Bruny, enjoyed the oyster farm inspection, and then took off again a couple hours later. The plan had been to return directly to Cambridge, but we had plenty of fuel and no shortage of time, so I asked my passenger if he'd like to have a look at the D'Aucontres Show channel, which lies between Bruny Island and southwest of mainland Tasmania. Oh, okay, so that's a channel they're talking about. I couldn't pronounce that. The Encasto channel, which lies between Bruny Island and southwest of mainland Tasmania. Having spent plenty of time in that area, he owned a shack a bit further down. He was very keen to see it from the air. Why not? On such a glorious day, I made a departure call from the Bruny Strip, noting it was time 2-2. Knowing there was plenty of fuel on board, I calculated if we were passing this point by 1-0 on the return, we would be well within limits of the reserves required. We flew southwest for a bit, away from home base, tracking along the coast and enjoying the view. My passenger and I were both keen divers, so we got to chatting about the spots we were seeing. What the various mountain ranges were... hold on, go back, I'm sorry. My passenger and I were both keen divers, so we got to chatting about the spots we were seeing, what the various mountain ranges were that we could see off to the north, and how stunning this part of the world was. Rounding Southeast Cape, I checked the time again to make sure all was good. Yep, 2-2. Plenty of time to make that 1-0 requirement. I decided to track a bit further up the coast, knowing that the scenery just got better and better in this remote part of the state. 10 minutes later, I figured it must be time to start heading back. I checked my watch again, 2-2. That seemed oddly familiar. What time is it? I asked my passenger. About 10-2, they answered. For the first time in 4 years, my watch battery had stopped. We didn't track coastal. I simply turned the nose directly toward Cambridge and announced we'd best get ourselves back home. We still had plenty of fuel, but I'd certainly given myself a glimpse of how quickly things can go wrong. So what should I have done? Carried a backup watch? Nobody wears two watches. Been more aware of the time? Yes, perhaps. What would have been far more sensible was to have planned the flight, even if just a rough written sketch of it with some timing points written in. But just looking at my watch and experiencing the 1-0 that would indicate a need to be at a particular point, I had no inbuilt mechanism to guard against the watch's battery life coming to an end. If I had been noting time on a writing plan, it would have quickly been obvious when I wrote the same numbers several minutes apart. It didn't cause a problem on that short flight where the safety parameters were wide. On a longer cross-country flight, when diver decisions could have been affected by assumed endurance, it might quickly have become serious. Lessons learned. The lesson is simple and one that we're all familiar with: plan the flight and fly the plane. It builds and safeguards against the most unlikely of errors. So I think that's a good story. Well, we got phones these days, and the guy that I did my flight, my 172, had a phone that had a charger. Now, granted, if your charger, the airplane electricity goes out, you can't charge your phone. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to have a backup watch for sure. Just to, make sure you're safe, more or less, protected from any of those kind of issues that might come up where especially if you're flying VFR. Well, so that was a cool story. Definitely interesting to hear other people's perspectives and experiences when flying. That's what got me into flying, was just knowing what others had gone through and what their experiences were. Okay, again guys, so we're in the Solomon Islands and we're flying from AGGA, which is Auki Auki, to AGGF, Maringe, Fera. We are flying one celebrity passenger and their pet for about $1,500. 72-mile flight. We've gone about 20 miles or so already. And we're climbing at 10,000. We were at 7,340 at about 80 knots, where our true airspeed is at 91, 92 knots, because we had about a 9 or 10 knot headwind coming in from 334 degrees. All is right with the world right now. I'll tell you what, this thing climbs like a slug. I'm just so used to you know, the PC-12 or the Beechcraft King Air 350. They just climb so nicely because, you know, there's turboprop or 2 engines. Yeah. But still, it is nice to be able to climb quickly. Very tough to manage this. Oh, I do have flight sim economy up. So there you go. You can see what I'm doing. A-list celebrities and family pet. What kind of pet do you think they have? I mean, if I had to put my money on it, it would either be some kind of exotic pet or probably like a Chihuahua or a Sphinx cat or maybe a capuchin monkey. Yeah. Alright, we're climbing. We can go ahead, and I believe we can go ahead and set our barometric pressure to 92. Yeah. Standard pressure, because we're well above the ground. We don't need to worry about where the ground is. We're over the water. Super, super cool. Looking good. So we're at 8,400 feet, climbing to 10,000 feet. Once we get to 10,000, I think we'll be cruising. And we'll be almost halfway there. And close to our descent, which, as a matter of fact, we might as well go ahead and get our approach in. So if we go to program, let's go select approach. We're just going to come in visual 1.8. Yeah, sure. No vectors, just straight. No minimums, that's fine. Let's go ahead and activate. No, we'll load that. Obstacle, yeah, I understand. Okay. There we go. So we have our top of descent mapped out now. How nice is that? So right here, probably like a couple minutes after we're up here chilling, we'll be heading right back down. And it looks like scroll down. So it looks like yeah, straight, okay. I'll probably just visual it in. Honestly, I don't need all this. I don't know what this is, because it's going to have me come out in the ocean or something. Yeah, it's got me going like way out there. I don't want that. If I were to go select approach, and I just went visual, yeah, visual 1.8. No, clear. Yeah, alright, I'm on it. Okay. So top of descent's there. And we have everything plugged in, which means that I can set my altitude where I want it to be. Oop, I need to really lower that down. My goodness. 10,000 feet. Yeah, the top of descent's right here. So we'll just keep an eye on that for now. When we get to 10,000, we'll be cruising. Let me get this off the screen for you. And let's go ahead and look out the window. Spot the airplane. Way out here. Way out here. Way out here. Yep. Well, we be at 10,000 feet. We are there. So now I'm gonna pull. Pull power back to 2400 RPM. Again, that way we're just cruising. Make sure our fuel flow looks good. Okay, everything looks good. Alright, we're setting altitude now at our next waypoint, which is going to be 41. Well, they want to. I see what they want. They want us at 4,105 feet. 4,100 feet to overfly the field, and after I overfly the field to circle back on straight final to runway 18. I'm fine with that. I guess we can fly it over, it'll be pretty. So 4108. Just gonna move that to 4108. 40, we'll just do 4100. Okay. So we're set at 4100. We're at 2390. I think we are good. No pitot heat indicators. We'll move it up to 2400 on the nose. Okay. All right, now we're chilling, guys. Now we can just enjoy the views of the islands as we're flying. Let's see. Oh wow, that's pretty. Never been to the Solomon Islands. It is very gorgeous so far. Beautiful. So excited that it's raining here in Arizona. We don't get rain very often, and when it does come, it's not very much. This is a great view right here. This view. Pretty. Let's turn it around. Okay, so what I did is I used my camera. Look at that, that's cool. Woo, it's pretty. Need to change my mouse sensitivity. That's definitely makes things kind of jerky. Uh-oh. Top of descent still a ways away. I love the textures and the graphics, like on the buttons. Panels. It's insane. Really looks nice. Really make it go nuts and zoom in on it. Wow, that's cool. That's a little cloud out there. Big cloud. A few big clouds. What are we heading into? Anything? No? Nothing we need to worry too much about. It's raining, raining. Rain is pouring down. Rain is pouring down. Rain is pouring down. Down, down. 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 Not here. Outside my house. Alright. How we doing? How we doing? 2460. We're a little heavy on the fuel, but I want to get there a little faster. Top of descent's coming up at about 24 miles. Is that what that says? No, that's AGGF is 24 miles. Top of descent. I don't know if they give us a radius to show us the distance. But I just need to be descending to 4152 at this point, so. As soon as it shows up, I'll have a much closer look. Wow, that's pretty. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful views. You know, I don't have my graphics turned all the way up either. I wonder what would happen if I tried to do that right now. I'd probably lose something. Clouds are on the highest setting. The ground details like on 115, 110, 115. Terrain details also right around the same. I don't have them too high boosted. I'm just not sure how to mess with all the settings like I want to yet. I can play with, you know, colors, and filters, and things like this. Down the exposure, bring up the contrast a little bit. There we go. Highlights. Yes. Highlights. Shadows. Keep the shadows. Yeah. But that already looks a little better, doesn't it? Colors are a little more vivid. I think so. Alright. Top of the set is coming up. Do another little zoom in. Alright, we're coming up on top of descent. So, what I want to do is see if I can flight level change. I'm not exactly sure how to use the G1000 flight level change. I think I just hit it and it goes to the altitude that I need to go to. So let's see if that's what it does. So I'm gonna pull back on power. I'm gonna hit flight level change. Um, 22. $2,000 maybe. 500? Yeah. 2000 RPM, I guess. What does it say I need to drop? I need to be dropping required 548 versus target 539. Alright, we'll leave it at 1900. So it looks like that's like right where we need to be going down. 11 knot headwind. Bring it up just a little bit more, but we are dropping. Okay, now I need to know how far I have to go. So that's 15 miles. I have to go 15 miles at 500. Oh. 15 miles at 500. $4,000 feet. 4,900 feet. 15 miles. At 550 feet per minute. And how far am I traveling? I'm doing 100, let's say I'm doing 100 knots, mile a minute. That's 5 minutes. That's only 2,500 feet. I need to be dropping faster. What if I bring this to 1,700? Now, if I'm doing 1,000 feet per minute, and I'm there in oh no, it says right here, 12 miles, 1,000 feet per minute. You know, I'm going a mile a minute. 4,000 feet for I guess I should be targeting. I guess I should be targeting. Oh wow, that's pretty. Back to 2,000 RPM. So I think we will be good. 11 miles. I guess my target airspeed is 90 knots. That's why the blue is right there. 300. It's going to be runway 18. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. I don't know why my top of descent just went on. Wow. It's pretty. Alright. We're doing nice. 4,096. Target is 524 feet per minute. We're doing 550-ish. Let's get our local altimeter reading. Still at 29.72. looks like we're flying nice. We're on approach. Could activate approach, I guess. If I go flight plan, no, if I go procedure. Activate the approach. $1,312 feet. We'll take it down to 1,312 feet. $500 feet per minute. Gonna leave that right there for a second. Boy, that's pretty. What? 3,500. See little villages on the hills. That's nice. Little patches on the mountains. It looks like my airport. Okay, we're this person. Okay, looks like my airport's on this island down here somewhere. Somewhere there. I want to say that's my airstrip right down there on the edge of the island. If so, that's awesome. Yeah, that looks like it's it. to be dropping a little faster. Because that is by the time we get to final, we need to be 846 feet. So we gotta make sure I'm diving down at least 1,000 feet. I do not want to start that too soon, so we're gonna make sure we're diving at 1,000 feet. Alright, we're starting me on final, and I need to drop faster. So I'm cutting all power. I'm putting a notch of flaps in. There it is right there. Okay. Get a landing light on. Landing checklist. Double flaps. And I want to get the glide path. Okay, looks like we can catch a glide path, I think. I have cut literally all power right now because we have a tailwind. Alright, so I'm taking the autopilot off, and I gotta slip us in. Okay.
500.
Alright, I'm gonna go 30 degrees of flaps, cut all power. Flaps up. Ooh, that's a pretty little grass strip. Alright. Wow, it is pretty here, isn't it? I like that. Perfect landing. So what we'll probably do is, if there's a mission from here to another place, we'll probably take off from here. So we'll go all the way down to the end and turn around. right here. I'm gonna put the parking brake on. And the flight is logged. Let's just make sure that that flight went through. Let's see. What I'm doing, guys, is I go here. Okay. Alright, we're back. Had a little bit of an internet flub. What I was checking is the log. Just want to make sure I did it. There it is. I got paid. Yay! After aircraft rental, so it was like $1,500, but after aircraft rental and everything, it was a successful flight. So, $1,590, 55-minute flight, $95 per hour, $87.69 for the rental costs, fuel, everything after that, and made some money for our group. It's great. It's great. Now I want to go to where I'm at, AGGF, and suspicious box. Let's see where I can go from here. Ooh, we got a 59-minute flight. 1 packet of sugar, 1 carton of island beer. Okay. All right, let's go to AGGV. Why don't we? Add that to TAC Air, and I go to assignments for TAC Air, and I'm going to add these to my flight. Go to my flight, and okay, so the cargo won't get on. Cargo we can cancel. Selected for that. I need to go back to group assignments and cancel that. Okay, go back to my flight. All right, so I'm taking 2 folks to AGGV, which is Swavano, Solomon Islands. Okay, we need to load that into our flight plan. Let me get that going. Okay, let's do direct to. That's gonna be AGGV. Enter. Let's do that. Enter. Activate. Oh, okay. So where does that take us? Takes us back. Oh, just down the coast. It's just down the coast. Nice. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna fly at 3,000 feet. No, we're gonna fly at 2,000 feet the whole way there up the coast. Alright, cool. Alright guys, we got our next flight set up. We're heading to Swavano, Solomon Islands. Bit rates, I have my bit rate. Let's see, keep saying my bit rate is out. Let's go ahead and lock that. Yeah. Let's do best quality, I guess. Okay. Alright. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we are transporting a packet of sugar and 1 carton of island beer down the coast. I love it. We're all set. I've got my landing taxi light on. Everything is on. Check. Let's take our parking brake off. There we go. Okay. Yes. it going, guys. I'm gonna turn around and take off the opposite way. We have a 10 knot headwind, I think. Which is fine. 10 degrees of flaps. The runway's plenty long, which is nice. Flaps up. Nice little airstrip there. We're going to be heading down the coast. Let's go ahead and get up there to 2000. We'll just keep it at 1500. Actually, no, we'll keep it at we'll keep it at 2000. Okay, I'm gonna try something outside the aircraft, try to get it along the coastline here. Beautiful countryside. Solomon Islands definitely are green all the way to the coast. Oh, the coastline's gorgeous. We're in the Solomon Islands. Transporting a crate of beer and some other stuff down the coast. Wow. Little houses hidden in the hillside. So, we're on our way to the Solomon Islands. Or we're in the Solomon Islands, we're on our way. Again, if you're just joining us from the IACO AGGF to AGGV, and AGGV happens to be Suavano, Solomon Islands. Latitude 7.585, longitude 11 south, longitude 158732 east. It's got an elevation of 19 feet, and it's got an asphalt surface. And we are transporting, get this, 1 packet of sugar, quote unquote, and 1 carton of island beer. This is kind of funny. But today actually is my wife and I's 14-year anniversary, and I'm writing her a card right now. Let's see, to my one true love on our anniversary, with all my heart and soul. With all my heart and soul, I love you more than you will ever know. 14 years is dignified. Proven to last. Strength. Ivory is protected. You know, Ivory is a 14-year thing. Every year we do, I know it might sound kind of cheesy, but every year we do like the meaning of the anniversary, like a meaning to it. Like, you know, every year is a different, like 1 year's aluminum, 1 year's tin, 1 year's silver, 1 year's gold, this year happens to be ivory. So, got our couple elephant candles that light up that are pretty nice. Ivory is protected, and thanks so much. Double what we've built so far. Nothing else matters than the journey with you. To building with love. Love always there. Cool. Okay. Nice. see how low I can go with the camera. The ocean's kind of gritty out here, guys. A Sobo. Shadows out there. Like that's my point right there where I'm going to be coming in for a landing. Can I zoom in just a little bit? Yeah, so right in there somewhere. Right in that little gap. That little gap right there, the airport is somewhere there. So let's go ahead and set up our approach. Activate our approach. 1476. Make sure flight level change is on. no terrain, but how do I see where the terrain is? Topo. I wonder if this is even going to take into consideration the alright, so we'll keep it cruising at 2200. Let me go up. Site. Won't be on site for a while. Wow, that's a bit detailed. Love it. I think that's it right there. Is that it right there? Nope, that's it right there. Okay. So, let's prepare for landing. We need to be at 1500. Let's go ahead and bring it down. Sure not to run into the trees here. How close am I to the trees? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be coming, headed over there. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm going to be coming, swinging around to the right. And eventually my altitude will be 856. So let's bring that down to 700. Back our power. I don't want 700 now. I want 1600 now. No, 1500 now. Over there, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it right over there. It's gonna start turning me in a second. Just gotta maintain 1500 feet. Okay, as soon as it vectors us on final, we're gonna change our altitude. Change our altitude. Now I want to bring it down to 800. And we are looking for glide path. Nice. flaps down in just a second. I like this. This approach is sick. Alright, first notch of flaps is down. Let's get up to 1700
500.
RPMs at least. Let's get our head tracker back on. We do have a headwind. And we're on glide path. Power on, I guess. Focus on 80. 80 knots, maybe? We have a 14 knot crosswind.
500.
Second notch of flaps. Okay, I'm gonna autopilot's off. Not want to hit trees. Where is this runway? Don't tell me that's it. No way that's it. Wait, what's happening? Wait, no. That's not it. That's not it. Oh my god, that's it. Oh my god, that's it. How am I supposed to hit that? 30 degrees flaps. Is it this grass strip right here? Okay. Am I gonna get it, guys? No wings. No wings. No wings getting clipped here. I'm coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, guys, that strip was so small. No way! Oh, just not enough practice with strips like that. Oh. Oh no. Listen to that. That's the sound of failure. Man. I can't escape out to look at it. I should have turned off crash damage. I had crash damage on. Well, hey, we didn't get our quote-unquote packet of sugar all the way to where we wanted to. It's probably good that we didn't. I mean, it looked like a pretty sketchy, runway and place to be delivering cargo. So I'd have to say, after all that, overall I'd say is a success. Another drug bus successfully canceled. Another drug bus successfully thwarted. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Anybody who was out there joining me today. This was American Rec, A-Rec, on Flossed in Paradise, signing off. You guys have a great night. Peace.